cut interest rates. And now we got to talk about how this can impact both buyers and sellers in the Hampton Roads market. My name is Craig Houston. I'm with the Moving to Norfolk team. If this is your first time joining us, I want to get you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that way you can be the first to learn about any and everything that's taking place in the Hampton Roads market. When we talk about the Fed cutting rates, you got to understand exactly what this playbook really means. It means that now the Fed has now cut rates for the first time since December of last year. And now that puts us in about a 4 to 4.25% federal fund rate. Now, just because the Fed does cut rates, it does not mean that mortgage rates will be cut as well. It just simply means that the Fed is now allowing the banks to borrow money at a cheaper cost to the bank, to where that can help impact mortgage rates. So typically what you're seeing right now is floating. Let's just check out mortgage daily news. You'll see that the 30-year fix is sitting there about 6.22, and you'll see the 30-year VA sitting there about 5.98, 30-year FHA sitting there about 5.95, and the 15-year is at 5.75. Now, what this really means is that you can start to see significant savings in your payment currently right now, especially in cities around the 757. If you're talking about a $400,000 payment, you could typically say, if you see a cut of 6.95, let's say, to about 6.45, you can see that this could actually save you about $133 in cost savings to your payment. Now, there's other things that goes into that, like your credit score, the current interest rate environment that you're in, and then obviously the principal and the taxes on that purchase as well. But the main thing is that you want to know is that this is actually a really good time right now for you to kind of reevaluate if you've been on the fence about purchasing, about actually taking the opportunity to think about it just a little bit harder and actually do a little bit more research and actually get some things done for you. So I want to outline 4 things that I think that a buyer should actually be considering if they're thinking about purchasing in Hampton Roads right now to take advantage of what we're starting to see in this market. And the reason why this is important, we'll get there in a second, but the reason why this is important is that inventory right now is in a good position in some of these cities in the Hampton Roads market. And this can lead to where you can not only find the right choice of home, but also get a decent interest rate on it that you can actually see in this market environment that we're in currently, and have a costly effective payment that you can lock in for a significant long time while rates continue to try to figure out what's going to happen in our market. Now, my 4 tips for a buyer immediately out of the gate is that if you are considering purchasing a home, the first thing that you want to do, I need you to pick up the phone and either one, give me a call or give your lender a call. If you want to give me a call, you can call me or text me at any time, 757-294-8163. I'll be there for you any time of the day, and you don't have to worry from the first time to the last time. I got you. But the main thing that I really want you to understand is that you want to talk to your lender, and the reason why you want to know this is that we want to know exactly what you can get pre-approved for today, and then what's that interest rate looks like currently to date estimated that you can actually be taking in once you get a house under contract. And then secondly, one of the things that you want to talk to your lender about is that when they're pre-approving you, they're not locking your rate in today unless it's just a great rate that you cannot pass up. But then also, while you have not locked that rate in, if it reduces, can you actually take advantage of it? Or make sure that your lender knows that they're going to talk to you about, they're going to be watching interest rates as you go under contract, holding off on locking your rate as much as possible so they can get you the lowest interest rate possible, but be fully aware that they need to be locked in if they start to see that the market may shift to a higher interest rate so you don't get snowballed into a higher payment. Those are things that you really want to make sure that you're taking advantage of right now at this very second. So I encourage you either one to give me a call and I can put you in contact with my team of lenders, or at least make sure that you get a pre-approval and understand that you're talking to a mortgage professional today about what that rate could actually look like. Secondly, you want to know what loan type that you're going to be using, whether that's a VA, which is your VA home loan, your FHA, your Federal Housing Administration loan, or are you going to be doing conventional or any other programs that may be available to you in your local market. Now, also, there's a USDA program as well for the more rural areas. You can take advantage of that type of situation as well. But those are things that you want to make sure that you already have outlined. When you're talking to that mortgage professional, they're going to talk to you about the best course of avenue that meets the eligibility that you can meet at that point in time. Even in Virginia, we have the Virginia Housing Administration as well, where they can actually help you with a first-time home buyer grant if you qualify for that. So they'll pay they'll either one grant you based on your median income the down payment, or they'll make it as a second note on your loan to where you can actually get the down payment assistance that you require for an FHA loan. So those are things to take into consideration. Then thirdly, you want to start strategically figuring out what city you want to be in and where that inventory makes sense for you, because that's going to be what you want to do. Now you want to get to moving swiftly to where you can actually land the property that you want, get the rate that you want to get in, lock it in, and then get everything done with this house to actually get it closed and get your keys. These are going to be the most important steps. And then fourth, what you really want to do is sit back and wait and let the market decide if rates will come down to where you can refinance for a lower rate, but you already locked in a great payment now, so you don't have to be in a hurry. And then secondly, if the inflation environment changes, you want to be ahead of the inflationary situations that may arise later on from the tariffs that we are seeing right now, that job claims that we're seeing right now runs the market a little bit too hot. You want to just be sure that you're out of the way of all of that. And this what makes it easier for you is to sit back and wait, because there's nothing that you really need to do besides enjoy living in the property that you need and that you decided to execute at a great time. Now, when we're talking about this market like this, though, you want to know what cities makes the most sense right now. If people was asking me anything about the market right now, they wanted to buy, Suffolk would be the #1 market that I'll be looking at right now, because there's so much inventory. There's new construction opportunities out there are vast, and you're seeing the days on market is sitting at 35 days median on days on market. And the reason why this is important is because you're probably going to have more rooms as a buyer to negotiate with the seller in this market and still get you a more modern, updated home that a lot of people are looking for in a nice subdivision or a community that you're looking for. And you're going to find that you're going to see that the commute times to Norfolk Naval Station, NAS Oceana, Little Creek, Fort Story, is not going to be bad commutes. You just got to know how you want to navigate those areas or how you want to get there and have opportunities to get where you want to go. So I think that's the #1 thing. Secondly, Portsmouth is not a bad area right now for people who are looking for investment properties in this market right now, where the interest rates are coming down as well. So if you're looking for opportunities where you can find them, especially in the Churchland area, this could be an area for you right now too, where you could take advantage of this market as well. Then I also want to say that you got to look at, if you're looking on the other side, in the peninsula side of the 757, you want to talk about Hampton being an opportunity right now, especially for those who are actually going to be assigned to the Langley Air Force Base in that area. You really want to see what you can actually get taken advantage of in that market, because this market right now benefits those who are moving quickly and looking for the right properties in their market, especially in Hampton, because you have so many vast opportunities underneath 350,000 that I think a lot of people want to take advantage of in that market as well. Now, let's talk about sellers. How does this play out for you now? Well, I got 3 key points here that I think about when it comes to sellers, when it comes to this market right now. Right now, the first things first, you want to just go ahead and be fully aware that the interest rates now will help cut inventory. So you have to be strategically placed in this market to understand where you want to lie. Do you want to lie on the side where inventory is minimum and you want to make sure that you can maximize your dollars, or do you want to move swiftly out of your home? And interest rates gives you the opportunity to do that right now. So if you're looking to put your home on the market, get it under contract in 15 to 20 days, during our market consults, we're going to talk to you about your pricing strategies, and we're going to talk to you about exactly how we can use the comps in your current neighborhood, the interest rate environment, the absorbing of inventory to put you in the best position possible to maximize what we can get for you back in your estimated proceeds. Now, this also means that you got to be fully aware that you got to put your home in the best condition possible if you want to move this swiftly and this fast as well, because now with interest rates being low, interest rates being a little bit lower, inventory being a little bit higher than normally than what we typically see, that means that buyers get to be more selective about what they want to use their money towards. See, this current interest rate that we're talking about now does not make your home actually feel like it's the cheapest payment that you can get. We're not in that 2% interest rate environment where it was so cheap to borrow money that it just made sense to buy whatever you can possibly get your hands on because the payment was just too good to be true. We're in an environment right now where strategically buyers are thinking, I'm going to make this payment. Is this payment going to be everything that I need? And is it going to encompass everything that I want in a home? So you still got to be in a position as a buyer to make your home feel like, or as a seller, to make your home feel like it's the best thing possible for a buyer. And then thirdly, you may want to be thinking about, okay, can I make a concession? Like, where can I help strategize with a buyer to get them to purchase my home so I can get to whatever the next thing is that I need to do, whether that's actually upsizing, downsizing, relocating to a different market. Any of these things can matter a lot. And I really want you to think about what's the strategy that you want to really use. And we go over these things in our pinpoint marketing strategy and our listing consult with our sellers. So these are things to just really pay attention to in this environment, because what you really want to make sure that you're paying attention to, if interest rates go back up and you're a seller, that could leave your home on the market a little bit longer as well. So that's the negative side to where we're seeing the increase of inventory, but then we're seeing the interest rate decrease a bit here, but also giving you the opportunity to see that if an inflationary environment shows up, your home could sit a little bit longer if you did not take advantage of the market environment that we're actually trending towards right now. So that's what I think about when it comes to the interest rates. Comment down below. What are you really thinking about when it comes to interest rates right now? And how do you feel about what's going on with our federal fund rate right now being in the 4 to 4.25? Do you actually see the local impacts in your community with interest rates? Are you hearing people having conversations about interest rates? I want to know everything that you know right now and that you've heard about interest rates and how it makes you feel right now about being a buyer or seller in the Hampton Roads market. So comment down below. I answer all your questions. I'll be there for you every step of the way. And like I said before, if you just want to have a conversation about anything going on in the Hampton Roads market, feel free to give me a call. My phone number is 757-294-8163, or you can feel free to use any one of the links down in the description below as well too. And thirdly, what I really want you to do, go ahead and hit that like button if you found value in this video, and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that way you can always be the first to learn about any and everything that's taking place in the Hampton Roads market. And catch this video right here. It's a banger as well. I'll see you over there. Peace.